looking forward 2026, we have some big things coming down the line. I mean, we just had 3 interest rate cuts from the feds, but Paul, does that necessarily equate to mortgage interest rates going down?
No.
Okay. So now that we've got that cleared up, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how 2026 plays out. A lot of people are saying that there's kind of a pent up demand and that 2026 is really going to kind of blow up. But ladies, what are your thoughts? Aspen, coming to you first.
For the market in general?
Yeah, let's look at a national level and then look at a local level. Nationally, the experts are saying there's a lot of pent up demand. I mean, we're, 4 or 5 million underserved in housing units in America. So there is demand. The supply is not there for the demand that's there, but interest rates have tamped that demand down. What are your thoughts for 2026? You think the demand is going to ramp up even more?
I do think so. One thing I've been thinking about is it's really hard to let go of those interest rates you got during COVID, but the amount of people that I've spoken to that have actually refinanced since then to like get the equity out, or people are just going to have to move, and it's been far enough now that I think people could say, I appreciated this interest rate, but I need to move, or I need to do these things. Like if it's a year or two, you're like, no, I'll just stay here. I'll just make it work. And then a year goes by and you're like, okay, it's actually not working. We do need a bigger space. We do need, XYZ. We need to move to be closer to work. The commute's too long. So like you can make something work for a while. And then I think eventually it just doesn't work as good as you thought it was going to. And it's like, what's worth it? You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'd rather pay more and not have this hour and a half commute, or have my kids still have to share these bedrooms, or whatever it might be. So I could see that happening, but it might just take a little bit to let go of those interest rates.
Yeah, that's interesting, especially now. I mean, Americans are carrying more credit card debt than we've ever carried. And I think there's a lot of factors that play into that. So the fact that you're saying that a lot of people that you've spoken to that had these really low interest rates have refinanced, maybe to probably consolidate some debt or something to that effect. It may be loosening the ship may be loosening up a little bit and ready to set sail. Shannon, what are your thoughts? Do you think the demand is going to kind of break loose this year in 2026?
Yeah, I think that we're going to see things moving a lot more than we did in 2025. I think that we're getting a new Fed chair, and I think that's going to make a big difference. I think once those rates go down, you're going to see people moving again. They're going to be able to refinance, pay off some of that debt that they've occurred the last couple of years. They're going to be able to, make those moves on those homes, and it won't be as scary going from a 2 to a 6. It might be going from, a 2 to a 5 or a 4. So I do think all those things will come into play, and I think that'll get things moving again. It also might help too, with lower interest rates. I mean, then people, even borrowing to build houses and purchase things are borrowing at a lower rate, which means we can bring it to market a little bit better. So maybe we'll start getting some more of that inventory. I think when money, other people's money that you borrow is loose and easier to borrow, and it's more reasonable to borrow, you're going to see a lot more of it. And when you see that, you're going to see the movement.